Hello, Vintage Outboard Motor fans. This is T-Mike here on Toledo Bend Lake, making another video today. Today's video is going to be on an exhaust leak on the 9.5 Johnson & Evinrudes. Had a subscriber asked me to make a video on this. It's a common problem with the turtleback 9.5s. So I'm going to make a video on it. There's going to be three parts to this video. All right. First part is going to be what is an exhaust leak. Second part is going to be why the exhaust leak is such a problem for the turtleback motors, the 9.5s. And then the third and the best part is going to be the how to fix the exhaust leak and determine that you have one on your 9.5s. All right. So if everybody's ready, here we go. Okay, so the first part of the video is going to be the what. And what is an exhaust leak? So exhaust is caused by when the power head is firing, both cylinders are combusting, the fuel is being combusted, and the spark explodes it and the piston fires. It exhausts the burnt fuel and the oil down into the exhaust tube. So this is the exhaust tube, not of a 9.5, but of the standard, the other standard versions. The exhaust goes into the chamber, the exhaust chamber. The exhaust goes into it, and then it goes into the gear case, upper gear case. Exhaust goes into here, and then out the blowhole in the back. Okay, so that's what the exhaust is and the path that the exhaust takes to get out through your motor. Okay, now we come to the second part of the video, which is the why. Why is the exhaust leak such a problem in the 9.5s and not the other motors? Okay, so the answer to that is kind of simple. The design of the 9.5s has the power head sitting down low into the exhaust chamber, and the cowling of it has it sitting down low, whereas the other versions of all the Johnson & Evinrudes, the power head is up high. So air ventilation is easy for it to come and go through here. When the power head is sit down low inside the chamber, if there's any exhaust leak, it gathers up into the lower cowling, sucked into the carburetor, and you don't have pure air coming into the carburetor anymore, and it chokes the carburetors down. All right? So the subscriber that sent me that message said his motor runs good with the cover off, but when you put the cover off, it dies, and that's what happens. That's the symptoms. If you have a 9.5 and you have trouble with it running, take the cover off. If it runs good, and when you put the cover on, it dies down, you have an exhaust leak. And that's a common problem with the 9.5s. I've done many of them and found many problems. Actually, a lot of the old timers would drill holes in the covers to let the exhaust fumes come out, holes in the back here to let the exhaust fumes come out. And when you're running down the waterways, the exhaust could come out and it would run better. But there's a problem with these motors with the exhaust leaks when it does happen. So I'm going to show you in this next part the how to find the exhaust leak and how to fix it. So let's go with part 3. All right, so in part 3, here's the difference between the two exhaust chambers of the older version. The other version of these motors and the 9.5s have a different exhaust chamber. Power head sits in here. The exhaust is sent down through here, just like the other version, and exhausted through the upper gear case section. The difference in it, besides being a low profile motor causing the problem, the difference is that the shift rod on these goes through the chamber, and there's a rubber boot in here where this shift rod is. So when you're shifting that motor back and forth, it's sliding back and forth through that rubber boot, and that's normally where the problem is. So let me just tell you right now that there are 4 possibilities of where this leak could be coming from, and I'm going to list them out for you right now. All right, starting from the top of the motor going down. The first possibility of a leak is in the exhaust hose for the water pump. Water pump's pumping water up through the engine, which has got some exhaust in it, comes out through this rubber hose. If that hose is cracked or whatever, that could be causing your exhaust leak. All right, a second part that could be causing your exhaust leak is in this part right here that fits over the drive shaft and onto the top of the water pump. And when the gear case is shoved into the 9.5 on the top, that seal seals the exhaust from coming up through the drive shaft opening. All right, that's the second part. The third possibility is on these exhaust chambers, there's this seal. It goes around this section right here and seals the exhaust from coming up through the chamber up into the power head. All right, so that could be your problem too. Check into that. And as I said earlier, the fourth thing and the most common is this shift boot seal. It sits right in the center where the shift rod goes through here, right in the center. You need a long reach Phillips screwdriver to get out the 3 screws that hold the plate, and this shift boot seal comes out. You replace it and put it back in. Hard to get to. Almost have to take the whole motor apart to do it, but that is normally the problem because the shift rod moves up and down in there, and these motors sit up for 10 or 15 years, and when you move that shift rod, it breaks that seal. The seal get a crack in it. All right, so like I said, if you think you're having a problem with that, test your 9.5 with the cover off. If it runs fine but bogs down when you put the cover on, you have an exhaust leak. All right, so in summary, we covered 3 parts. We talked about what an exhaust leak was. All right, we talked about why the 9.5s seem to have more of a problem with it than the other version of these motors. And then in the third part, we talked about how to locate the exhaust leak and how to fix it, which seal needs to be replaced. So I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed making it. We'll see y'all next time. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I know I enjoyed making it. I love what I do. I especially love helping people with their hobby and providing all the services that you need to work on these vintage outboard motors. So I'd like to take this opportunity to go over the things that I can offer you. So first thing is my eBay store. I have an eBay store, been having it for 10 or 12 years, have over 2,000 parts. If you need parts, T Mike's eBay store is where to go. I have a link for all these things down in the description. Just click on the link, it'll bring you right to my store. I also offer a mail-in service program. You can ship me your magneto, carburetor, or gear case. I'll repair it here, test it on my motors, and send it right back to you. All right. I also offer technical consulting. I have a link down in the description on eBay to buy it, $40 an hour. I don't mind you calling me and helping you for 10 or 15 minutes for free. If it takes longer than that and you want to dedicate an hour or 2 towards helping it, just buy one of these items on eBay and I'll give you technical consulting. I also do repair, service, and restoration on outboard motors. You've seen my videos, you've seen my work. Here's a link to the video to give you the prices for doing that work. You can ship me your motor, I can restore it for you and ship it back to you. All right. I've also started selling parts on eBay. All right. I sell a full tune-up kit, the master kit. It's got everything you need: coils, points, condensers, spark plugs, spark wires with the boots on them, everything you need to rebuild your carburetor. And then I also sell all these parts individually. You can buy just the coils, just the tune-up kit, just the spark plugs, just the spark wires if you want. All right. And also, I'm now offering T-Mike mini job board caps and mouse pads. If you want to join the T-Mike Club, all these links are down in the description. Also, I would like to mention that if you have any videos that I don't have that you would like to make, just hit me on YouTube or text me at 337-278-5429. I'll gladly make a video. I've got over 270 now videos on these motors. I think I have everything covered, but if I don't, just go ahead and hit me up. I'd love to make a video to help you guys out. And always remember and never forget, here at T-Mike's Mini Job Boards, we're doing it one motor at a time. See y'all next video.